Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another MOPETE interviews. I'm kind of excited for this interview, I'm not gonna lie. We got a pretty big guest on this time. She's worked with several licensing companies, done tons and tons of commercials, and has even worked on a few series with a few big name YouTubers. It is voice actress Lindsay Sheppard. Hi, Lindsay.
Hello, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great now that I'm interviewing you.
I'm so excited to be interviewed by you.
Yes. So today's topic of discussion, Lindsay, is working professionally as a voice actress. I've interviewed voice actors and voice actresses before, but none that have quite the scale of their jobs have you had. So I was hoping we can get a glimpse on the professional side of things and to see how it works for big licensing companies or even collaborate on a big project like EPITHET Erased. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself first, Lindsay?
Oh boy, where do I start? So I actually started out as an animator. I went to college for animation, like the drawing part of it, and I realized that I didn't have the patience to sit there and draw everything, and I was the only girl in my class, so I just started doing all the voices. I'm like, wait, I want to do this instead. Can I do this instead? So I got my degree and did nothing with it and just started voiceover many years ago. I've been full-time now for about 10 years. I work with my husband. He owns the Sheppard Agency, which is a voiceover talent agency. We represent about 200 voice actors. And I just started a new venture. It's called Lone Star VO, which is it's an education and community resource for Texas-based voice actors. I felt that we didn't really have a huge community here in Texas, so I wanted to do something that brought everybody together. So I started that, and we've been doing monthly meetups, and we do weekly workouts, and it's really cool. Let's all get awesome together, you know?
Right. And that kind of subverted my expectations a little bit. I always thought Texas was a hotbed when it came to voice acting. You got Dallas, you got Houston. Maybe I was wrong.
Well, I mean, there's communities here. I came from New York. I started my career in New York, and we had such a close community there. My husband and I used to do these New York voiceover mixers, and we had 500 voice actors attend the final one that we did. And we came out here, and there really wasn't anything like that. There's Dallas has their own thing, Austin has their own thing, Houston has their own thing. So I wanted something that kind of brought everybody together because we're awesome and deserve to have an awesome community.
Yeah, that's right. I love my voice actors. You guys helped me out on several projects, so I'm always indebted to the voice acting community, I feel.
Oh, cool.
But anyways, why don't you tell us about your time on PokéMoN and RWBY, two big name shows that you got the pleasure to work on?
Oh, yeah. So PokéMoN I actually did in New York. I've been a big PokéMoN fan since it came out. That'll kind of tell you how old I am. Rocket shipper for life, you know. And when I finally got the call, one of the directors out there found me on my website. I was like, hey, do you want to come in to read for this? And I'm like, yes! And it took 3 different auditions before I finally booked a character on there. And it was right before we moved to Texas. So I got to do the first few episodes of, I think it was in PokéMoN XY, my character came in. And that was Aria, the Kalos Queen. And she's just fun and bubbly and a big performer. This is a great character for me. And then I had to leave, and I was pregnant, so I couldn't keep on going back and forth and whatnot. So that was kind of sad, but it was still fun to originate that character. And then RWBY came along from another studio that I worked with here in Texas. And it was just another general casting call, and I read for that, and that was so cool to be able to to voice this character that's the sister of one of the big characters on the show. And the fact that she represents a group of people that haven't really been represented in animation before, like mainstream animation. My character is Saffron, and she is married to Tara, her wife, and they have a child together. And that's not something that you see, and it's just treated so normal, and it just makes me so happy, you know. And I was getting messages from people that were like, "Thank you, we finally have somebody that represents us," and that was just such a cool thing to do, you know.
Yeah, I know. That must have been a great feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely, for sure.
Could you go into a little bit more detail about going into a studio and working with an ADR director and having your voiceover times and whatnot?
It's very different than video games and regular PRELAY animation. With those things, you kind of get a little bit more freedom to create the character. With ADR, it's so technical that you have like 10 things going on in your head at once as you're trying to make sure that you're reading the script properly while also watching the screen, making sure your flaps are matching and listening to the direction at the same time. And it's like you come out, you're like, what did I just do? So it's really, really complicated. But I love it. It's so fun. I love the art style that comes with ADR and anime. I just think it's beautiful, and to be able to voice those characters, a character that's already been done, and put your own spin on it it's just super cool.
And for those of you that don't know, ADR is a pretty cool process. If you have never heard of it, I would suggest Googling it. It's like clockwork, pretty much. The amount of animes they dub and how quickly they do it and how efficiently they do it has gotten impressive over the years. We've come a long way since the 4Kids One Piece days. Sorry, I should have named 4Piece by name, but yeah.
Yeah, it's super fast. You're in and out. I have stuff beeping. Did you hear that beep? Hold on.
I did, but it's okay. You know, this is like a major podcast. I'm not talking to millions of people here. I'm talking just to MOPETE fan base. They'll be all right.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying because I'm so ADHD that, what was your question again?
Oh, I was just commenting on how the process for dubbing anime has gotten a lot more efficient, a lot more quicker over the years. And it's pretty much like clockwork now.
Yeah, so the sessions are just so fast. Sometimes I'll go in for Walla, which is like the background voices, and they'll have you sometimes do a character too along with that. And it just moves so fast. You'll have 4 or 5 people in there, and we're all recording within the same hour. And it's so efficient. It's like, okay, this one, okay, this one, okay, this one, and you're done. Like, whoa, that was really fast.
And how were you able to be discovered, as it were? I mean, you made it, but can you tell us a little bit about how you, quote unquote, made it?
I don't think I've been discovered. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's just every day you don't know what job is coming next.
Whoa,
yeah,
20 years.
You don't know what's coming next. Every day you're out there searching for clients, searching for the next job. It's constantly marketing and just trying to make it, you know? So nothing is guaranteed. It's just a constant hustle.
Right. And I'm sure you stayed humble the entire way, right?
Oh, I try to.
Have you made any appearances at any conventions?
I have a 3-year-old now, so I'm just kind of like escaping from the confines of the house. I'm hoping to do some more conventions soon. I did do one over the summer or fall or something. It was just a local convention, and it was really neat to do a panel about voiceover and just talk about my experiences. And just meeting all the fans, like people were like, I love your character. Like, really? You love my character? It's just so neat. You know?
Can you describe the feeling of being immediately recognized? Just be like, oh, that's Arya, or oh, that's the one chick from Ruby. Oh,
you know, with voice acting, you can still go to the grocery store. It's not like being an on-camera actor. So somebody might come up to you and be like, oh, what do you do? And then they'll see your little pictures like, oh, you voiced that character. That's so cool. Like, I don't think you get immediately recognized. I mean, maybe on Twitter or something you'll get recognized, but you still get to have your life, unlike like George Clooney or something.
Right.
You guys have cedar fever over there in Corpus Christi?
Cedar fever? I don't know the term.
Cedar fever, where the cedar trees just go crazy and everybody's like dying.
Oh, no. We don't have that many cedar trees down here.
Oh, it's terrible in Austin. Like, everybody's like, hi, I'm a person and I can kind of talk right now, but don't talk to me for a few months.
Oh, God. That sounds awful. Sounds absolutely awful. I did not do well with allergies.
No. Luckily, I don't have too many. My daughter, on the other hand, is allergic to everything. Her face is like all like broken out in hives. I'm like, you're 3. You're not supposed to do that.
Do you have a personal studio at home?
I do, yep. Yep, I have. What was that?
How has baby-proofing that gone for you?
There's a door that locks. We actually, we moved to Texas and we kind of rented for a little bit. And then when I was 9 months pregnant with this one, I'm like, hey, let's buy a house. And my husband's like, okay. So I'm like ready to give birth. I'm like, this house is perfect. It had a theater room, like like a closed off room with no windows that people would watch movies or whatever in. I'm like, that's a perfect studio. There's no windows in it. It's closed off. And it has a 6-foot cutout in one of the walls that kind of like goes back a little bit that our booth fits in perfectly, which is insane. So we have the closed off studio, and then we have a soundproof booth as well, and like 5 bajillion microphones. But I love my 416. Everybody, if you're looking for a great microphone, the Sennheiser 416 is amazing. I love it.
Also, Sennheiser, you can send the royalty check to MOPETE Gmail. Don't worry, we can split it. But switching gears a little bit, I understand you've worked with Jello-Lock-Lips on his new series, EPITHET Erased. Great character, Mara. Can you describe the difference between YouTube voice work for a big project like that and like normal productions that you have worked on? Is there a difference?
I think it's pretty much the same. I went in, I recorded in Dallas. So I drove up to Dallas to record that, and Brendan Jello was there. He directed me. He is an amazing director. Like, I don't think Mara would have been nearly as awesome if it was not for his directing. We were laughing so friggin' much during this session. He's so funny. The character's so funny. The writing is hysterical. It was just so cool. By the end of the session, I was like dying. We recorded so many fight scenes and exertions. If anybody didn't know, the exertions are like the sounds that you do in fighting. But we did a lot of those. So like by the end of the 4 hours, I was just dying on the floor. I'm like, somebody help me. Get me water, please. And then we went in and recorded little bit characters. I also voiced one of the bonsai blasters, the little green bowed Heather. And she's like, hey, what's up, guys? And we're bonsai blasters. That's such a different character than Mara. It's just so much fun.
Wow. Your voice control is so amazing. It's like I'm actually in the room with those other characters. Wow.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, geez. Okay, if you go to my website, I have a baby demo on there, but and then my baby voice.
That is amazing. I don't normally ask for impressions on here, so I'm sorry if that was a little bit discourteous.
Oh, no, that's fun. I do creature sounds too, but I'm not going to do that because those take a lot of energy. But I have a creature sounds demo on there too. I have a clip on there that I just got up there from Beat X Neo. I play one of the beats, and it's the whole entire session was just roaring and growling and like those sorts of things. Those are so fun. I love doing those.
Yeah, me looking over my shoulder back here. I thought a saber-tooth tiger just walked into my studio.
Thank you.
So time for a possible horror story time.
Okay.
What are some do's and don'ts of working professionally as a voice actress?
Do not touch the microphone ever. Let the engineer touch it. They'll adjust it. They'll adjust to your height. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't show up late to a session. Always be 10 minutes early. Be prepared. Do look over your copy if you get it beforehand, which you don't always get it beforehand. Sometimes you'll get it 5 minutes after the session starts, and that's always fun because you're like, okay, I'm listening to what you're saying and also trying to proof this script right here. And oh, yeah, okay, let's go. What else? Those are kind of the big ones, I think. Don't go into a studio if you are sick, and don't wear perfume or cologne in the booth. Are those good ones?
Yeah, those are pretty good ones. Those give me some insight there.
Yeah.
Is there a specific dress code that you guys had to follow?
No. I mean, so you can dress up a little nice, but I mean, I've seen people in their pajamas go to these things. I've recorded my pajamas, but from home. Yeah, I try to dress a little bit nice, but whatever you wear, make sure it is not noisy. Do not wear jewelry or loud dangly earrings. If you have a material, test it out beforehand, and just kind of go like that in front of the microphone, and if it makes a noise, then it's no good. Cotton is great. Anything that's a soft material is great. You don't want to be making any extra noise in the booth.
I can just imagine there's just that one guy, Keith, just walks in wearing all leather, gold chains, 10 rings, sunglasses.
Yeah. And don't stomp in the booth either. You have to control yourself a little bit. You'll be doing this epic fight scene, but you have to stay on the microphone and put all your energy in one tiny place, but be big at the same time.
Oh man, staying still while doing that, I can imagine it could be pretty tough.
Yep. It's definitely something you have to learn.
Sorry, I got to think of the next question. I'm not good at rattling off the dome just quite yet.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to save again here.
Yeah.
Oh, another tip. Save often if you're recording.
Yes.
Because you don't want to do an hour-long thing. And they're like, okay, bye. And then you go to press save and the whole thing disappears.
You know what? I will also press save just in case.
It makes me crazy. My husband has this bad habit. I'll edit he does phone systems and IVR and everything, all the boring stuff, but I love doing that too. But I'll edit his stuff for him. And it's he'll be in the booth for 20 minutes and he'll just start editing. I'm like, no, you have to save it first. You can't go and start editing without saving. You're a crazy person. So,
wow.
Always save.
Living life on the edge.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a few more questions for you, Lindsay, then I'll let you go.
Okay.
Can you dunk a basketball?
I am short, so I can't. No, but I can. I can make the basket though from far away. I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, so you are a basketball player.
I used to be back in high school. I used to do a lot of basketball in my free time. I forget what free time is though. I miss it.
I'm sure with a kid and the
Sure.
whole voice acting thing, it's a lost concept to you.
Okay. You know, Mara was one of my like bucket list goals, like a super layered villain. So I got to do that. So my new one would probably be, well, I mean, everybody says Disney princess, but maybe some sort of like a main character that gets to sing. That would be really fun. I'm gonna do that. That's my next one.
Wow. I couldn't imagine myself in like a charming musical number. I don't think I'm the musical type. But I could definitely imagine you as a singing Disney princess. I feel like you can feel that archetype well.
Come on, send those vibes out there. Come on, Disney, come to me.
Wow, Disney's going to copyright this video just for mentioning their name.
I know, right?
What has been the weirdest project you've worked on? You don't have to name names, but what has been the weirdest?
Ooh, weirdest project. Oh, there's been some weird ones. I mean, anything that's creature sounds is always a weird session. Okay, wait, I got it. So this was 2 days after I had my daughter. I had booked out for that week because, like, I was going to have no sleep or anything. I just had a baby. And I got a call from one of my agents. They're like, hey, there's this toy that you auditioned for a while back, and they want to record you, but it's kind of like in studio downtown. So could you maybe possibly go downtown and record this toy? I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll go do that. And I got there, and there's no script for it. It was a toy monster, like a cute little toddler monster toy. That it was just the whole entire thing was cute little creature sounds like, and I was delirious this day because I had no sleep for 2 whole days, and I'm in there making freaky creature sounds with no sleep. I had no idea what was going on, but we made it through, and I have the toy actually right above me. I have all the things that I've always sitting on top of my booth, and my daughter loves it. I had to get a second one. So that's probably the weirdest session I ever had.
Wow. Respects to that. Respects to being a super mom and bouncing back immediately after something like childbirth and going and do your thing like that. It has just been a real pleasure having you on the show. I'm sorry if I've been gushing over you the whole time, Lindsay, but I just find,
thank you.
Thank
you so much for having me.
Yes, fascinating.
You are a great interviewer.
Oh, you don't have to butter me up like that. Come on. Is there anything you'd like to say to the MOPETE audience before we go here?
So thank you for watching. If you want to watch EPITHET Erased and you haven't right now, you can go see it. It's on Verve right now. And I think that the final episode of this season is going on YouTube this Friday. So make sure to watch it and tell Verve that you want a second season, because I really want to come back and do some more stuff on this show because it's so much fun. What else? Go check out my website. There might be some characters on there that you haven't seen for other cool shows. If you are in Texas and you are interested in learning more about voiceover, go to lonestarvo.com. We have a cool resource guide on there and a calendar with all sorts of upcoming events. And we have a really cool Facebook group also. If you just search for Lone Star VO on Facebook. And there's about 200 of us now. And we're a cool community. There's going to be lots of new stuff, classes, workshops, meetups, all coming this year. So I hope to see you there.
Yes to all of that, especially to EPITHET Erased. Like, guys, show that show some love. Like, Jello's a genius for that. But
yes, definitely.
We are going to sign off here. We're probably going to play out an outplay of her Lindsay's demo reel just so you can get an idea of how talented she actually is.
Aw.
I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. MOPETE out.
I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of a world where I spend the rest of my life like this. Brittle and creaking and constantly on the verge of breaking. I'm afraid of a life where someone bumping up against me on the street means a trip to the hospital. I'm afraid that this is all there is. But now, I finally have an exit. I finally have a way to leave. You think you can keep me here? Then you better be ready to die trying.
I know. Top secret. Did he do something wrong? Well, I should go pick up Adrian from daycare. I'll let Tara know what's happened, and we'll meet you later. Good luck.
A birthday party? Why didn't you say so, Rafi? Shaboom! The big book says the plony should practice some teshuvah. Bless you. I'm not sneezing. That's the word. Oh!
Let me guide you back to the original path. The Freedom Blood unleashed their wrath. The Grey Rifling brought greed and avarice.
Lame! What the? The lock on the container broke! You think you can make a waffle from fire?
Excellent job, human. You're showing some serious promise as a sandcastle architect. And now we can all go into standby.
So, who is he? The oldest elf on whole Galarian? Or an enchanted prince of Kyonin? Oh, maybe he's a god suffering a memory loss. I'm so excited I won't be able to sleep tonight. Damn it. Matisse, use Reflect! It got blocked! Now, Delphox, use Mystical Fire!
What happened here? I don't understand. Where's my son? I'm going to look for him. I'll be right back.
You see, the eternal darkness shall devour everything. I'm so close to finding the solution. I just need you to take my place.
Get ready for a mega purging! Yay! Found you! See you later! It takes a thief to catch a thief. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've totally got this! Oh crud, they spotted me! One dazzling shot coming right up! Just in range. My dazzling bow's ready for anything! So cute! I'd die if I couldn't see my boy anymore! Whoosh, 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 crash! Wow! This is where Pixel works? The Pixel Silicon? I've based my life on becoming as much like you as possible!
What are you three scamps doing out of bed? I know the old slime from the ears trick. Max did it for years.
These are 2 invitations to my pool and pizza thing this weekend.
Oh.
Could you give them to Teresa and that weird little brother of hers? You might escape the explosion, but you won't escape the drone. You'll get a bang out of this.
You're not worth the bullets, but I'll shoot you all the same.
You bastards!